Now, today's episode is going to be a little bit different. It was a lot of potential grills, a lot of potential heat sitting in a mall that I went to in Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte is a city that I've been frequenting a lot. Every time I go, I like it more and more. And this time I went to some shoe spots. I checked them out and I seen a lot of heat sitting, y'all. Now, this episode of Kickin' Flavor is not necessarily about finding shoes to resell or flip. Just the shoes that we see sitting in the mall when we go into the mall, the shoes that we see they got a lot of stock for, that can tell us a lot about the sneaker economy. That can tell us a lot about where we at in the state of shoes with the whole shoe culture, how the economy is affecting shoes. And there was a lot of examples, man. It's not going to be no long intro. We about to go ahead and get into it right now. All this heat that I seen sitting in Charlotte, North Carolina, let's go. All right, now the first store I walked into was Champs. Right out the gate, I see Chambray 7 sitting on a display outside of the door. These shoes are still everywhere, y'all. These shoes are sitting everywhere. If this was 3 or 4 years ago, they'd be sold out, all right? We also seen some gunmetal Ja Morants. These shoes is fire. I think Ja Morants is underrated. He been in the news and online a lot lately, but he got one of the best Nike shoes out, man. Very dope shoe, very underrated shoe. This is the second display in Champs that caught my attention, all right? We got the Field Purple or the Lakers colorway Air Jordan 12. I'm going to keep it real, man. These shoes did look better in person, all right? A lot of the pictures that I seen of these shoes look real bad. They didn't start really looking good until later. But seeing them in person, they look better than I thought. But at the end of the day, this is a color that nobody asked for, all right? That's why they sitting. I don't know. That's a wild card shoe for me, all right? Then we go to the Burgundy 5s. This is a shoe that I feel should have performed better, all right? I knew it was more of an old head shoe. It did not perform like I thought it would. In person, the shoe was cool, it's nice, but again, it just didn't perform like I thought it was sitting here. They had plenty in stock. This is a shoe, I didn't think it was gonna sell out, you know what I'm saying? I knew it was an old nigga shoe. A lot of young people wasn't feeling it, but it's just sitting, man. They got a whole lot of them. Now, these Wolf Grade 13s is a little bit different in my opinion. I did not like these shoes at first, but in hand, they really look great, all right? This is a shoe that you might regret not picking up, man. I don't know. I can't call it because they all sitting, man. This recession got, these shoes sitting, so we really don't know their value. We really can't tell their true worth because the hype is not there. But that Wolf Grade 13 is a shoe that definitely looked better in person. It's a clean pair of shoe, and they sitting. It's a lot of them, man. If you want that shoe, you can still get it for retail. Now, the next shoe in Champs I seen that I really liked was this Jordan Jumpman Team 1. I get it, y'all don't rock with the Team Jordans. Y'all not fucking with the Team Jordans. Hey, if that's your preference, if that's how you feel, cool, but I'm definitely fucking with it, man. I'm liking this shoe as a retro. And this is what I'm going to tell y'all about this shoe, man. Y'all heard this here first on Kickin' Flavor. These will return. These will bounce back. That price tag being $145, I feel like they're going to drop. I feel like they're going to continue to sit because of the recession. But these will come back in style. I don't know if it'll be 2, 3, 4 years from now. But in my personal opinion, this is one of the top wild card shoes that I feel like you could get a good flip from. The way that people talk about Team Jordans is causing them to become more and more popular, even though it's a lot of slander that we're hearing online. But that's the way the internet works, y'all. By the time 5, 10 years from now, the young people in that era, in that age, they're gonna be hearing about Team Jordans their whole life, all right? One of those generations is gonna pick them up and start wearing them because they're not a bad looking shoe. Again, at $145, that's why they sitting, in my opinion. But if they get dropped down 25, 35 more dollars, hey, it's gonna be a hot selling shoe. It's gonna be a shoe that a lot of people is gonna wear when the recession goes and money starts flowing more into the economy and people start spending money more on things like shoes. This is going to be one of the Jordans that I think is going to be on a lot of people's radar. And even if it's not, even if they're not in the stores during that time, they're going to be very expensive online, man. Before they came back, before they had a resurgence, they were high. All right, the resale value for these shoes were high, even though people clown them, people talk shit about them. Some Team Jordans had high resale value. This is gonna be one of the ones, in my opinion, because they look dope, man. Keep your eye on this shoe. And if you see the shoe drop in price, if you see it go under that $145, I would say get it. But that's just me. Now the next shoe I seen that got my attention was these Craft ones. I'm liking the quality of the shoe, the materials of the shoe. That's what Craft is doing, man. They combining a lot of different materials, a lot of different textures, some toned down colors. The color's not crazy, but we've seen some good looking Craft so far this year. This is one of the most slept on ones. We know the Craft 4's got a lot of attention, the Craft 5's got a lot of attention, but these Craft ones, I don't know, maybe it's because they mids. People are sleeping on them. This is a shoe that I think it could either be a good cop or a pretty solid flip. I don't know for sure. Can't say. The economy is up and down, but it's definitely a shoe that I would keep my eyes on. It's $135 retail, so that's not too pricey, but if the shoe drop, I would consider making a purchase. Moving on to another display that caught my attention. You see right off the bat, Cardinal 7 still sitting. These shoes been out for around a year, probably over a year. They still sitting. More chambray 7s, more burgundy 5s. But I want to talk about these white cement ones that are still sitting, and I'll be the first to admit I was wrong about these shoes as well. I didn't think they would be in stores this long. These shoes have been sitting for a while. Definitely they underperformed. Now this is not a bad looking shoe. I would have liked the midsole to be white, like bright and crispy white, like the side of the shoe where the Nike check is, the backdrop of the Nike check, but it's a little bit of yellow and not too crazy, not too much to make the shoe not look good or not wearable. But this shoe is just a plain shoe, man. Like I say, the qualities is okay, nothing really bad about the shoe, but it's just a random colorway. That cement being all over the shoe, I'm not sure how I feel about that. But let me say this, the way that dress trends and fashion trends go, this shoe may catch on down the road. I'm not sure. I don't know the trends of the future. I'm not a fashionista or, a fashion expert or anything like that. But sometimes fashion can move in a way that conforms to things in the past, and this, elephant print, that whole thing, if that comes back and if that makes a resurgence, then this is going to be a highly sought after shoe. But right now for me, it's just a regular shoe. I think this shoe will get cheaper, man. Most of the shoes that you see in here in this video, they're going to drop. You know what I mean? That was the point of me making this video, to show people what's sitting, because shoes cannot sit for too long, y'all. These prices for these shoes are going to eventually start dropping. So this is a shoe, if you like the way it looks, keep your eye on it. It's definitely going to go on sale. But as far as its performance and what it did to the culture, it didn't do much, man. It really just helped water down the ones. They're completely watered down now. From a hype standpoint, some of them are still good quality. Some of them look pretty good. There's some yellow ones that's coming out in the future that, they look pretty good. But as far as a hype thing, the hype for ones is over, man. But let me know what y'all think about these white cement ones. Now we see the uninterrupted LeBron 20 next. This is a shoe that I think the price and the value of the shoe is gonna go up. All right, now the retail value is gonna drop, which is good for us. But of course, the uninterrupted show, LeBron's show that he makes with his business partners, where they interview athletes, pop culture people, all type of people. This is a shoe with the theme of that show, with the black, blue colors, the yellowish gold. I'm liking this shoe. I feel like this is a shoe that people are sleeping on right now. For whatever reason, shoes with themes tend to appreciate in value, all right? As time goes by, shoes that have certain type of themes or certain type of colorways that coincide with the show or some type of event like these LeBron 20s, I think they're gonna go up, all right? I think that this look for a LeBron is not too bad. The colorway is solid. The extra details with the uninterrupted logos and the stitching patches and the different graphics and stuff on the shoe, I think that puts it in another level. I think it put it above just a regular LeBron. You know what I mean? People don't go crazy over LeBrons often, but this is a pair that I think people kind of slept on. I'm excited to see in 2 or 3 years how much this shoe will be on the resale market. They're on sale on Nike.com right now. There's a lot of places you can get this shoe for $160, $170. You know what I'm saying? Retail is $200, but it's on sale everywhere. You see it sitting here in this mall. It may be on sale in this store in the near future, man. LeBron 20 uninterrupted 20s. Let me know what y'all think about this, man. I'm keeping my eye on the shoe, definitely. Now this here was very telling. Nike Foamposite Dreamer World. These were actually part of the Dreamer World collection. One of the it was a white pair, this black pair that you see here, and then a white and black pair. The white and black pair was released exclusively through Yeah and Social Status First. Alright, so these are shoes that are highly involved with collaborators and boutiques. That means that Nike was expecting for these shoes to be on the exclusive side. Maybe not the specific Dreamer World pair, but the Dreamer World line in general is supposed to be something exclusive. And these should not be sitting in the store right now. All right, that's basically what I'm trying to say. These should not be sitting in the store. Nike does not want these to be sitting at this time. These shoes should have been sold out. I spoke to the person inside of this specific Foot Locker. He told me that nobody's really checking for these shoes, and he told me something kind of interesting. He said a lot of people are saving their money for the red cement 4s, okay? Because I went to the front counter and I asked how many sizes they had for this. Did they have my size? I was actually thinking about getting a pair for myself. They didn't have my size, of course, but they had a whole lot of other sizes, man. They had multiple sizes all the way from like 9 up to 11, okay? So it was a lot of these foam posits back there. It was a lot in the store. Like I said, man, that's very telling. For these still to be sitting on the shelves, for these still to be sitting in stores, that lets us know a lot of these shoes that Nike wants to move and they want to be exclusive. They're just not moving. They're not getting sold at the quantities that Nike thought that they would, okay? Now, this kind of threw me off, man. This is the last pair of shoes that we're going to discuss. These Jordan 9 boots. All right, now I'm pulling down the black pair with the gun bottom on sale, of course. These are sitting. These have been out for a while. I'm not sure the Jordan's brand. I'm not sure their goal. I'm not sure what their goal was with this shoe, all right? I don't know who inquired about this shoe. I don't know who asked for this shoe. A Jordan 9 boot, I understand they're trying to think outside of the box, but this is not it, man. This is not a good idea. I'm trying to think of some other Jordan silhouettes that would maybe look good in a boot form. I guess when you think of every Jordan silhouette, this is probably one of the ones that would look the best in a boot, you know, silhouette. So I'll cut them some slack there. They're not terrible. But again, we want so many other Air Jordan 9s. We want so many other colorways. The last thing that we was thinking about was a fucking boot. I don't know the motivation behind this. Maybe I need to look it up. Maybe I need to read it. You know what I'm saying? Like a little reset. Maybe I need to do some more research. But I don't know why the hell these are in stores. You see they sitting. They both are on sale. If you like this shoe, which they're not, they don't look bad. But if you like them, you can get them for under retail. With so many Jordans that we've seen in this video and just in the Jordan economy ecosystem as a whole, it wasn't asked for. It's not ugly. It's not terrible. It's not horrible. It doesn't suck. It's cool. But nobody wants this. Nobody wants an Air Jordan 9 boot, okay? And for the Jordan brand to have the audacity to have the olive colorway of a Jordan 9 boot. Now, y'all had Concord olive. Now, y'all giving us the olive boots. How about just giving us the regular olive 9s, okay? Y'all know that's what we want. That's why we think the Jordan brand trolls sometimes, because they give us the olive 9 boot instead of the olive 9. Now, like I said, these colors aren't bad. It's a legendary colorway. That the bottom of the boot on that olive colorway actually looks pretty cool. But again, I don't know why you would buy this Jordan boot. I don't know the motivation. I don't know what the motivation would be for somebody to buy this. It's not gonna hold up like a heavy duty boot, but of course it looks way clunkier than a regular Jordan tennis shoe. So it's just kind of in no man's land. $179, they both on sale. I think these shoes are gonna drop. I don't see these being grails or anything. I don't know what's gonna happen with this shoe, man. It's just a shoe that is unpredictable. I don't know if people are gonna eventually come around. Probably not. But if you like this shoe, you can get this shoe several places as well. It's just another Jordan that's sitting, y'all. Several places you can find this under retail. This mall in Charlotte, North Carolina is one of them. Okay, now that was at the North Lake Mall in Charlotte, North Carolina, by the way. If any of y'all like those shoes, want to check it out, it's a Foot Locker, Champs, whole lot of different shoe stores. They all have a lot of those shoes that you've seen sitting. So you can get a chance to go get those at retail or below retail. All right, now let me know what y'all think about this new style of vlogging that I'm doing. I'm gonna be doing a lot more episodes like this where I'm on site getting hands-on with these shoes. I'm gonna go back to reviewing the shoes that I buy and reviewing my personal collection. Just doing a little bit more than showing pictures and having my voice, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do some hands-on on-site things. A lot of shoe stores and a lot of shoe conventions and expos are in my area in the South where I live, so I gotta take advantage of that. Go to some of these malls, go to some of these outlets. So let me know what y'all think about the new content, the way I'm doing content now. I'm gonna have a lot more videos in store for y'all like this. All right, now if you enjoyed this content, if you can use it in any way, or if it was just entertaining, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Kick and Flavor. I'm gonna see y'all on the next episode. Peace.